Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? This is Chris Quiloe from Mexico, Querétaro, Mexico. And I hope you're doing fine. Just trying to see if this is working properly. Setting the chat. And of course, show you more or less what I'm doing here. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. Welcome. So I have my yarn poles here, which are going to move. Going to set a little bit of background music, very subtle. And I'm just going to show you what I got. And I'm quite happy because now I've got a good set of very, very cute fine liners. So I've got these to paint very, very fine strokes for hair, for whiskers and things like that. But a friend suggested to get brushes for nail art. Hi Becky, good morning. Thank you for coming. And this is what I got yesterday. 2 sets of very, very, very fine. Oh, the glue here is a problem. I'm going to remove the little caps. So I hope you can see these. These are perfect for whiskers. This one has got a very long one, and these are a little bit shorter bristles, but I think that with these I'm going to be able to work very well with very, very tiny hair. Okay. Yeah, here the sun is also coming out. It's a beautiful sight right now. I have a lot of things to do today. We got here in Mexico is not really a long weekend. I know you do have long weekend in the USA. So we don't have any long weekends for the rest of the year, which is very sad. All our Mondays are going to be working days. But the good thing is that it's just, well, at least for me, it's just 3 more months of work and 1 month of vacation. So I wanted to show you what I've been doing. Not much. A little bit of gouache. This is something that I'm so grateful to Beth Schuler because she posts the most beautiful paintings to practice. So I normally use them to practice as well. It's a little bit dirty here, but it's okay. Something that I will finish during the week. I have to correct these gouache spots, water spots that are not okay. I don't like them. But I've been working on my cat, and Christopher Runciman used him as one of his characters in yesterday's comic. So he's going to be dominating the world, as far as I remember, with Corbin, his cat. So anyway, I showed these last week, and the people who asked for these has not contacted me yet, so I still have this one. So I'm going to send another message today to see if they want this frame or if I can just go ahead and just give them this. So there you go. 3 doggies. This one crossed the rainbow. So she wanted them all together. It was hard. It was hard, but possible. Took me 3 weeks. Took me 3 weeks to get that one done. So it was hard. Checking my stream speed. It's freezing and probably pixelating a little bit, but anyway. So I have my watch ready here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go and work with this one, probably. Darken a little bit of the grass here. Who knows? Okay, let me put this one just apart a little bit. And it's this time of the year. So it's time to take these out, the offerings. Yes, Becky, don't worry. If my dad wakes up, I'll have to cut my stream because it's the same time. Okay, because it's kind of the same time of his having breakfast. So anyway, I like this book a lot because it shows the different towns in Mexico that celebrate the Day of the Dead. So if I want this to be done before November the 1st, then I'll have to start working on this one. So some of them are very detailed. Last year I worked with this one. Let me see if I can move this. This is in Yucatan, the peninsula, very, very close to the area where Cancun is, not necessarily next door, but close to that peninsula. So I like this one. And I'm probably be working this year with Puebla. Puebla is a nearby state, very near Mexico City. So beautiful state with a lot of traditions. That's where mole sauce was born, in a convent. So the nuns didn't have enough ingredients to prepare food for, I think it was the Pope. I don't remember very well. So they just grabbed whatever they could find in the kitchen and they just chopped and fried and put the ingredients in kind of a very particular order, and there they go. Mole was created. So nowadays, there's mole in every state in Mexico, and wherever you go, not only the restaurants have a particular recipe, you can also buy Tetra bricks with commercial mole, and you can add some chicken and have some tortillas or bread or maybe tostadas and have a great meal. So I think I wanted to honor that because it's a very cute food. And it's my mom's favorite one. Last Thursday, August 31st, it's the second anniversary of her passing. So I spent the day working. I had classes. I tried to have it as normal as possible, of course, honoring her memory in a certain way. But I think it's part of life. I have to go back to the living and just continue to live because that's what she wanted. And I I think one of my first channel videos in 2016 has to do with this book. And this is my own book. I printed this one on demand. This is my book. And I colored this one. I printed like 20 books on demand. This is in Spanish, of course. And I sold 19 of them. I have the sample, that is this one. I have the official one that was sent to the registration office because it has got an ISBN number. And I have not printed another edition on demand because I was talking yesterday with a friend who is a comic artist, and she kind of dwells into getting very good prices and packages for printing, and she has got a beautiful comic style. She's a comic artist, and she told me, you know what, the printing prices are just nuts. They're incredibly expensive. So she's considering sending her artwork online, but with the risk of having it stolen, you know, screenshots and things like that. And that's why I have not considered doing this as a print again. So just flipping through the pages. I colored this one in 2016. There's one video, I think. So this is called Cats and Flowers. It has got information about the flowers and cats with tattooed flowers. So I need to start coloring on this again. This is the one of the cover. I colored this one as well. I have, I think, steels, and from the steels I made a video. So I tried to copy the face of one of my cats here, but it was not that good. But anyway, this book was like a celebration after coming from different eye surgeries. So it was like, okay, I can do it. Now, this one is cute. Okay. And this is also to honor a couple of my cats that in the process of creating this, they just crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and it was very, very sad. But anyway, so I don't know what I should start coloring. I don't know if I should go and start with the Day of the Dead one because it's going to take long. I don't want to have this one very realistically painted, but I think going to be using a combination of Prismacolor Junior, Polychromas, because I'm trying to learn the curve of the Prismacolor. No, sorry, the Polycolor kind of thing. This is the other set that I just opened. And I have 4 sets, so that really makes me very happy. A lot of brushes. I could sell brushes if I wanted to. Okay. So let's go for this one. Let's get the colors here. These are Prismacolor Junior, and I think I have a polychroma here. A very tiny black color. I'm going to take out the markers that I don't use. And then for the skin, I'm going to be using this. And I think that I'm going to be reusing this set of pastel colors. It's nice. They are hard, not that creamy, but they are nice. One of the colors has got a special defect. It's not a color, it's just a piece of wood. Very disappointing. I'll try to show it to you if I can open the tin. I'm going to move my water so I don't spill anything here. And show you the colors. These are the swatches. 71 colors because one is just, as I mentioned, a piece of wood. They come in these beautiful trays, but they are plastic, flimsy plastic. So I don't like that type of plastic. And the barrel, it's square. So I'm going to use them. It's not going to be collection, but as this is defective, returning whatever to Amazon is just impossible because I'm in a very isolated area. So that's why I didn't. So they were not going to pick it up. They were not going to pick the package because it happened to me with a pair of shoes that I returned, supposedly. And when the day came for the parcel company to come and return to come and pick up the pair of shoes, they didn't arrive. So they told me, we're going to give you the refund. So I got my money back, but I have to keep the pair of shoes that didn't fit me and they hurt me. So I sold them to a neighbor. But this is the one that is defective. It's just a black piece of wood. So if I had applied for the returning option again, I would have gotten my money back, probably not gotten a new set because this company is very special with refunds. It's a Mexican company. So I said, well, it wasn't a discount, so let's use it. Doesn't hurt. But anyway, that's the sad story of that set of color pencils. So since then, I have decided that I'm just going to use two brands. And that is Faber-Castell and Prismacolor. Those are the brands that I'm going to buy in case I need something. No more. So this is the skin tone set. This one, it's made in Brazil. That's why you have Portuguese here and Spanish. It's aimed, it's the super soft, is aimed for the Latin American market. And you only have instructions in Spanish and in Portuguese. I'm trying to see where, yeah. This is service, customer service, but made in Brazil. So You have this in the USA and Europe as the black edition. So it's the same color. It's a good quality. It's not as creamy as Prismacolor, but it really has a beautiful, beautiful lay of colors. So I'm just going to go randomly and choose some colors. I don't have my Lyra set here, so I can go and choose different things. And as usual, for colors, for color pencil, you need to be very patient. You need to work in layers. Who should I do first? The lady here or this other lady? Well, first of all, before I start coloring, I need white paper. This one is whiter. Not going to be very nice, but let's just test. Okay. This is good for a base color. Shadow, I need mid-tone. Kind of brownish. This one I know is too white. Check this one. Okay, I can work with these three. Let me check. I'm going to stop the music that I have and just color in silence, guys. If you have questions or something, go ahead and you can use the chat. If you're watching this on replay, please make sure to give me thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me what you would like to see next. Before I finish today, I'm going to show you what I'm planning to do in October. This year I might not participate in Inktober, so I'm going to have a lot of groups again in October. 3 groups, around 80 students, so that's going to be really, really difficult. Next Sunday, I'm going to be collaborating with Miriam again. I'm not sure it's going to be here on my channel or it's going to be on her channel, but we are going to be doing something with scenes. She's very, very happy working with scenes, so we're going to be working with paper. Cute. Skin tones in Mexico are just so rich and varied. You can have people from African descent with very, very dark skin tones. And you also have people with European descent. So they are very, very white skinned, and it's more common to have green eyes, not blue eyes, but you do have Mexicans with green and blue eyes, red hair. And you also have people with Native American descent. And when I say Native American, I'm talking about the local Mexican tribes. So we're all mixed. and I think it's okay. We're all people in the end. Okay. It's kind of a cartoony feel here, so I'm not going to go into realistic things. Second layer done. If you can see the leads, they don't tell you exactly what the color is, so that's why you need to have a paper here, so I can tell you more or less what you're using. I don't have a lot of my own music ready to be streamed, so that's why I turned it off, because I don't want to accidentally stream something that is not mine. And then have a copyright issue. I'm trying to grow the channel. And I will also try to grow my other channel, Mia's G's Bits and Pieces. That one is dedicated to toys, marbles, marble runs, and spirograph machines, things like that. Okay. Let me see. I need to put this here. Oops. I want to hit my... Hello, Teresa. Buenos días. That's how your name sounds in Spanish. Beautiful name. Teresa, in English, Teresa. I saw that this week you were felting. I'm very curious about learning how to felt, but I know that I'm going to injure myself. I just can play with needles. So forget about slow stitching or using a sewing machine or something like that. No, I will just injure myself. But I'll try to watch you as you felt, because I'll probably be... Let me see what I'm doing this week. I think I'm going to be evaluating some oral production videos again. Today I'll just finish with my writing tasks, prepare my lessons, go and hang out all the afternoon with my relatives. They are here visiting my dad. It's my dad's brother, younger brother, and my cousins. They live north from here in another state called San Luis Potosí. And originally that state was one of the richest when the Spaniards the colonizers came to Mexico, there was a lot of gold in that area, and was a very rich state. Right now, there's a lot of crime, so it's kind of dangerous. So his brother and my cousins are planning to move to the USA. One of my cousins, he's been working for American companies for probably 20 years. He's got the citizenship, and I think that he is already an American citizen. So he's really, really considering, because of the violence in the state, to sell the house, sell everything, and just take all the family to the USA, to Texas. I'm not sure if it's Houston or Dallas where they are. I'm going to check that out. But that is going to force me to renew my passport soon. Expired like 5 years ago, and I just didn't renew it. And ask again for a visa, which is really hard, you know. It takes you here in Mexico an appointment. This appointment for the visa can take from 2 to 3 years to happen. Imagine. And I don't know how to call the employees there, but if the employee is not happy with your application, because if you look suspicious of becoming an illegal immigrant, they will deny your visa and you don't get a refund. And the visa right now is like $100. It's a lot of money. Okay, so imagine. The passport, on the other side, now that you're mentioning this, Teresa, it's very, very easy to get. You get an appointment, you go to any of the modules that we have here in Querétaro, and in 2 or 3 days, you have your passport. You have your appointment and your passport. You just take your photos, and if it's a renewal, you get it probably one day after, 2 days after. If it's the first time, it takes like a week. But if you travel to Mexico City's airport, I don't remember in which one of the terminals, because there are two, but if you travel there and it's not really high season, that you have a lot of vacations. So for example, right now, September, that the students are back to school, you can get your passport on the same day. Like in a couple of hours, you have your passport. But it's harder to get the visa. And let me tell you, if I want to renew the visa, I should not mention that I have relatives in the USA, because I do. I have two different families there, a cousin of my mom and the cousin that I'm talking about. Why? Because they're going to think that I want to migrate there, and oof, well, they will deny it. I have to demonstrate, for example, to not have issues. I have to welcome back, Becky. I have to demonstrate that, for example, I have like a full-time job, permanent job, so I can get a letter from my university and demonstrate that I have full-time job, so I don't have any reasons to go and stay in the USA. And it would be much better if I have a house or something that I could demonstrate that I'm here and not really planning to go there. But I would really like to. I mean, I would really like to go back to the US because the only state that I know it's Florida. I was there when I was 18 years old with my family, and we rented a car in Miami. Yeah, I think it's Miami. Yeah, it was Miami. And we drove all around the peninsula. We missed the north, but we visited a lot of small towns. We went to Fort Lauderdale, we went to Orlando, we went to Tampa. I don't remember all the towns. So I would love to. Hi, Seven. Good morning. Yeah, Teresa, that would be so cool. If I could meet any of you in person, I would just love it. It would just make not only my day, but my year. It would be just so great. You'll probably notice that while I'm doing this coloring, you will get to see that I have the craziest color combination. So, oh, yes, you're right. Becca is in Texas. So, if I eventually go and visit my cousins, I can go and tell Becca, hey, can I drop by, visit you, meet Jackhead, and all the other kitties? Ah, you're in Alabama. I'm not certain right now where that is in the US. Let me go and check my map. I was good in geography, not anymore. But everything is easy when you have flights there. I think you're the best country in connected flights. You can go anywhere with an airplane. Here it's necessary to take the road and you have to drive, and it's not good because now the criminals are taking control of the roads. So it's quite dangerous to drive around Mexico, even going to Mexico City, believe it or not. The highway from Querétaro to Mexico City is the most used one. We have trucks, lorries, um, buses with hundreds of passengers. Ah, okay. So now I know where you are right now, Teresa. So it would be an honor to visit you. I could go and I don't know. I would love to take a train in the USA because they look fantastic, but maybe a plane. I love planes. Not sure about buses, but I don't like buses that much. But well, let me tell you, this road at nights from Mexico to Mexico City to Querétaro has become a danger. People throw stones to the windshields to make the cars stop, and they just go and steal your car or something. So it's becoming very, very dangerous to drive in Mexico. I cannot say anything here during my live stream about our dear president, but I suppose that sarcasm is not penalized by YouTube. But this man says that everything is fine. We don't have problems. You're safe. He's not. He's a liar. And we still have one more year of this guy. Was the biggest mistake of all the population here in Mexico. The biggest mistake ever was to vote for that guy. Not saying that the others were better, not really. But it was a mistake. But anyway, I'm going to put more pink to this lady. But first, I'm going to go and find a nice selection of orange colors for the flowers. This flower is called cempasúchil. It's typical to see it in the offerings, in the altares. Very, very typical. It's a flower that only blooms during October, November. That's why the pre-Hispanic population used this flower for the offerings. The altares, the offerings, they are a mix between Catholic tradition and pre-Hispanic traditions. So we have everything mixed because we have Catholic symbols. In some cases, we have saints. This is Virgen de Guadalupe, Guadalupe Virgin, that Mexicans consider her the mother of Mexican population. You have, of course, angels. You have photos of the departed, and you fill these with flowers, food, and water. I'm trying to get a very, very nice base color here. Okay, so I'm going to start with these two. For the flowers. I will try to translate the text for you guys when I zoom in. I'm not very good at reading and translating at the same time. Not my strength. But some people are good at doing that. Some people can read or listen to somebody speaking in a different language and at the same time put these words into Spanish or whatever the language they are translating. There's a major actually in Mexico. And you have to study 4 years. And you can work in dubbing. You can work with the area of subtitles when you put subtitles in the movies. Or you can work at live events, like, for example, the Academy Awards, the Grammys, the Emmys, and you have the original transmission in English, and you have these guys translating in the background. You can also have a job working for politicians because, you know, politicians here are not very well prepared, so they barely speak Spanish. How they're going to speak English or another language? So there you go. In that major, you not only tune in your speaking abilities in English, but you also study 3 other languages. So the people who majored in in this, they speak 4, maybe 5 languages. So it's cool. They are very, very well paid professionals. They can also work in the movie industry, now that I remember, especially when movie studios come and film here in Mexico. They hire a lot of those guys to help the actors, the production staff, whoever is in need. Okay, just testing these pastel colors, or pastel. I think there's pastel. Let me check the time. Oh, it's 7 a.m. So that is not awake yet. But I'm going to be here like an hour, guys, because then I have to go and prepare everything, have breakfast, go and get my groceries before my relatives come, because we're going to go and have lunch. So I think they're going to be here around 2:30 in the afternoon, probably. And I think we're going to go nearby. I want to take them to these new restaurants that we have around the area. This area is growing so much. In 10 years, this is going to be insane. And I'm going to start investigating the things I need for the passport and the visa. So I just need time, of course. As I have to go every day to the university, and it has to be in the middle of the day. Who knows? Thank you very much, Becky. Have a nice day. See you around. Okay. I want, and I know it's going to look very odd, but I want this lady to have a pink dress. Typical Mexican color combination. Pink and green. I need to finish my Dapper School as well. But I need to do that off camera because it's a mess. It's a mess working with glue and foamy clay and all those things. I cannot just do that on camera. But I'll promise I'll take photos. Okay. Autumn is coming, so it's getting colder, so that's why we don't have a lot of birdies. There are not so many birdies outside. They have migrated. We are in the route of the monarch butterfly. So very soon in October, we are going to get to see a lot of monarch butterflies in our gardens. I have to be extra careful because my cats just love hunting butterflies. And some days the the number of butterflies is so big that traffic needs to be stopped so the butterflies can cross safely through some of our roads, especially early morning. It happens early morning. I have seen videos, I have never seen that live, but the videos that I have seen is like, wow, they're crossing here in front of your car, in front of your windshield. It's amazing. And I'm happy that this year I didn't have any incidents with hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are common in this area, so they come and visit your gardens if you have flowers, and I do have lots of flowers. But that's also a temptation for my cats. Last year, Nico the cat killed a hummingbird. I just couldn't do anything. I was just too late to try and save the little bird. So I was very sad about that, but I couldn't do anything. It's his instinct. So what can we do? I'll probably go back to her nose and ear later. Mexican moms do look like this in a lot of towns. This maternal figure, very caring and loving and nurturing. And we've got also the modern moms. Who knows? There's a lot of things to see here. Just wait until the country kind of retakes control of security and safe areas. So you can go to the magic towns and all those beautiful areas. Right now it's really sad. They are destroying the tourism. These criminals. They are destroying everything. And the government allows it. I got this sample from my cousins, the ones that I mentioned before. They are the ones who live in the USA, I think in the area of Houston or Dallas, I'm not sure. So they are the ones who bring things to me from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So I'll tell them later when we go and have lunch if they can bring more Prismacolor open stock. I need some colors. And they are so nice that they say, yes, sure. We'll be back here in December. We'll bring all your colors. And they don't charge me anything. They just give them to me as a present. So I'm very grateful for them. Okay. Before I go today, guys, especially the people who are lurking, don't forget to share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I recently found something that I started doing years ago. And I said, I need to go back and experiment with these things again, because it's a very, very nice activity with paper. So eventually I will show you what you can do with tissue paper and try to get as much tissue paper as you can, because you're going to love this. I I used this technique for the last time in 2007 for a picture, but you can use it in any surface. So if you have tissue paper of different colors, the better. Okay, I'm close to 1 hour. Very nice. I'm trying to decide the color of her apron. There you go. Okay. So, are you ready for the reveal? Tissue paper project? Not next week. I don't promise that, because I need to see if I still have my bunch of colored tissue paper. I know that it's probably in one of my boxes in my kind of closet for materials. I think I have a lot of tissue paper there, but in case I don't, I have to go and get one. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how this is made, but this is with tissue paper. So I'm trying and showing this on camera, like close up, so you can see the tissue, the tissue paper. You can see it much better in the sky and in the mountains. So you need paper of different colors. But maybe if I can find all my material, next Saturday I will not be streaming because I need to go to the doctor. But at the Saturday after that, I think it's September 15 or something like that. Let me check. It's Saturday, September 16. Yeah. So I'll show you how to do this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Right? Teresa. I have to say Teresa. I read your name and I think it in Spanish. Okay. So get tissue paper, different colors. I'm trying to get a nice image for you to work with. Try to get a piece of MDF or something that is thick enough. This in Mexico is called cartulina ilustración. It's very thick because this one bends. We're going to use water with this one. Going to use water. So get your material to work with me. That's going to be cool. Okay, apron. Let's do. Okay, I'm trying to grab one of these square colors. Let's do a blue apron. Okay, sun is out. I'm already in 1 hour, so I think I'll just finish this apron and stop the streaming. Oh, that's very nice, Teresa. Very, very nice. And I like the name. The name is, it became a very popular name in Mexico after a soap opera. A soap opera that was, I think, the first artistic work of Salma Hayek. And she was the main character in that soap opera. And the name of the character and the soap opera was Teresa. So it was so popular. It was so popular that a lot of baby girls were named Teresa. The short name, the nickname, it's Tere. That is the nickname that we normally use in Mexico. And in some regions, there is another nickname that has diminutive. So you can call somebody who is named Teresa, you can call her Teresita. And that's like a lovely nickname as well. Hi, Don. Good morning. Welcome. Ah, okay. Interesting. Here the name it's inverted. Marie is translated as Maria in Spanish, and the name is the other way around. There are a lot of Maria Teresas here. So Maria Teresa would be the name in Mexico. And then what you do if you want to use a nickname and you want to use a complete name, you will say something like Maritere or Marite. So it all depends. There are a lot of different combinations with names. The name Maria and the name Guadalupe are very, very common in Mexico because of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Okay. There you go. I need a darker blue. For the flowers that she's carrying. Yeah, these flowers have got very dark green stems and everything is dark. And hi, Miriam. Good morning. How are you doing? Just starting to paint something for the Day of the Dead. I'm good. I'm getting ready to go and fix breakfast. It's 7:20 a.m. I think that will wake up soon. And I have to start my chores of the day. I need to go to the supermarket before my relatives come and we have lunch. And finish my writings. I've been dealing with the writing tasks that I had to evaluate for a week already. And I seem not to be able to finish them. Unbelievable, but that's the way it is. But that's the job. That's the job of a teacher. I don't complain. My job is there to help the students learn. Sometimes they don't want to learn, but I'll try to do my best. What I'm doing here, I'm sorry about the noise. I'm making a lot of noise behind the camera. It's that whenever I start coloring that I will not finish in a single session, and this is the case, I need to do the following. I need to get the material that I'm using to keep, sorry, I'm going to go in there. I take a photo of the colors that I'm using. So if I need to clean up my desk because of my cat or something, I can go back and retrieve all my colors from the different sets. So this is the first set. And the other colors that I'm going to be using because if I put everything in a single picture, then it's not that clear. So this is going to be for the shadows and the skin. Okay. So I can mix everything now and nothing will happen. I have the colors ready and set. I normally keep them together with a rubber band. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you for coming. But this coloring page is going to take me all September and October before the Day of the Dead. So it's going to be not very practical to keep all my colors with a rubber band. But I'm not planning to do much coloring. This is just, I'll do this one while I'm doing my evaluation, my oral evaluation. Yes, Miriam, it's a great hack. You just have to remember not to erase your photo. Try to remember, oh, why do I have this photo here? Oh, yeah, because you're coloring this. Okay, and with this one, what we're going to do is try to give this apron a bit of a texture. I see people complaining so much about Prismacolor, and they shouldn't complain. The thing is that they don't know how to use Prismacolor. Don't drop the pencils, they're very, very fragile. Don't keep sharp points so you don't have broken leads. and be nice to the color. Be soft, don't press too hard. The color is very creamy, it's very buttery, so you don't need a lot of pressure here. Okay, let me check my timing. 1 hour 10. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut the stream here. But remember that in 15 days, I'm going to be showing you how to use tissue paper like this. So get tissue paper of different colors, get a hard surface, and in 15 days, Saturday, September 16, I'll show you how to work with these. Okay, next Saturday I will not be streaming. I need to go to the doctor, so I have to get up really early and drive all the way down to another place. So it's far away from here. But anyway, thank you for coming. If you're watching these during the replays, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Even if you just like the pause, just do it. Okay. So thank you very much for the people who are watching the background. You are very welcome. No one is discriminated here. You're welcome to participate and chat. And thank you for the people who were here in the chat. I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow probably. I will not be streaming tomorrow morning. I'll just be working, looking at some streamings, probably very silently in the background. Okay. So thank you guys. See you around.